Hello, all you hardcores. Welcome to part three. We're joined by Terry. How you doing, Terry?
Big T here.
Right, Big T. We'll blast through these bullet points now then, yeah, and just give me a quick opinion on each one. Give me about 90 seconds on each one.
Great.
JOPT against who you Sin Cara. It's a walkover for Jay, that in it.
I get why they're having that fight, but it's embarrassing. Like
it's like
pound for
pound with that fight.
Yeah, that's a Sheffield car park type situation.
Yeah, basically, isn't it? Basically. Tete against Dylan White. It's in Gibraltar. Is that because Dylan White's serving asylum? Yes or no? He's now not fought in England for over 2 years.
But I'd be surprised that Gibraltar's not under the British board, though.
Well, just because we own Ireland. It's only a rock, isn't it, in middle of the sea.
Well, what flag does it have?
I don't know. Don't we own it? Don't we own Australia as well, and India and all them other places? China?
No, we don't own India, mate.
We
really don't own India.
I thought we did.
No, Russ, we don't.
Don't we? Oh, I thought we did. Sorry, mate. Whatever happened to British? I saw a black and white film on YouTube other day, and it was going on about Great Britain and how we were great. And we were about 1920. This one.
Yeah, but you got to understand that once you spend billions of money you don't have on a world war that you caused yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna come back to haunt me one day. Once you spend those billions, it's very hard to keep an empire going after that. And when the Americans are telling you they're not going to lend you money to keep your empire going, your empire just finishes.
You reckon that's the empire? That's the British Empire.
Nah, that's a wrap for that, mate.
Okay, then we'll move on to the next one. Sonny Edwards Jafai. Who you got?
I think Sonny Edwards plays with him. I do. I
ices him.
Nah, I think Sonny plays with him because this is personal. This is personal. Because Jafai is the kid who took Sonny Edwards' place in GB. It's personal. There's no way Sonny's trying to lose this fight.
Well, I just think Jafai will get stuck into him, but Sonny's the season.
But you can't get stuck into Sonny. Like, even Bam Rodriguez for a long time struggled to get stuck into Sonny.
Yeah.
Like, he won't be there to be hit. Like, I know people like to say, oh, you hate Sonny Edwards. I don't. I'm telling you now, Sonny Edwards is hard to hit, and he can do that round after round. And I don't think Jafai has the boxing intelligence to keep up with Sonny.
Well, Gilberto Ramirez, where's he go now? Could you see him with Callum Smith?
He will unify with Opataya.
Yeah.
And yeah, two southpaws going at it. Let's see what happens when someone with a bit of boxing nous and a bit of boxing IQ jumps in with Opataya. Because I think Opataya is good, but he's not this monster that people are making out. And I'd like to see someone like Ramirez who will come in with a solid tactical plan. He's a guy who's boxed from 168 up, so he'll have speed, reflexes over Opataya. Let's see what he can do.
Okay. Oliver McCall calling out Jake Paul. Do you think his head's gone?
People have to understand, Jake Paul's not fighting people for the sake of fighting people. Like, no one cares about Oliver McCall. Oliver McCall cannot do 120 million views on Netflix. No one cares about Oliver McCall. So why is he trying to make himself relevant? Mate, sit down. We don't care about you. Unless you know you can do 120 million views with Jake Paul on Netflix, no one cares about you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right on that one, Terry. You're probably right on that one. Oliver McCall dropped Mike Tyson, didn't he, back in the day, leading up to when Buster Douglas fight, didn't he?
Was it McCall that dropped him, or was it Greg Page?
Oh, I don't know. It might have been. I might have that wrong. Then might have been both of them. I know Greg Page dropped him at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, imagine I got that right. I'd just be like, I'd be the hardcore's hardcore.
Kent, who was it who dropped him leading up to the his first defeat. Kent will know. He is the hardcores hardcore, and they are Kenty.
Well, tell Ken to put the cap back on, man. Like it didn't look right when he didn't have the cap on in one of your videos.
Ken, put your cap back on. Somebody's emailed me and says, "Can you wear them glasses that you go running in and that?" Because he wants to buy a pair. Some blokes sent me that in. I think they're dear, them sort of glasses, aren't they? Them running glasses, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got a pair of Nike Brazens, mate, and they cost me like 120 quid.
Okay. Eddie's saying Eddie's put 4 statements out over 4 days. Joshua's last fight. Joshua's going to fight while he's 40. Joshua's having 5 more fights. And Anthony Joshua's got a lifetime deal. He can do what he wants, fight when he wants. So which is it, Eddie? Or is he the only person that Eddie can talk about? Big Meech.
Joshua will decide what he wants to do. Hearn doesn't have a say in that. I told you, when you believe that you can still climb that mountain, the training makes sense. When you realize maybe I can't climb that mountain, the training doesn't make sense. And when you think actually I can't just jump straight back into a world title fight because I'm on a loss at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to fight someone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you look at the list, like you gotta fight guys like Zhang, Joyce, whoever. These are guys that can put you to pasture as well. So you're like, what am I really doing this for?
Yeah, okay. What do you think to Calla Sowland and his brother Nissa Sowland, both private school kids from Born Into Money? They're putting Misfits shows on and they're putting professional shows on. What do you think to that?
Wow. So
Going back to the British Boxing Board of Control 2024 Green Book and what it says in the book, is that being exercised with these shithousers? Yes or no? It ain't, is it? If they can give Chris Smedley a fine for socialising with a misfit fighter. You know what I mean? I didn't want the seconds in a corner or something. He ended up getting done, Chris, in front of the board. Calla, brazen as out, going on interviews at lot. So what is he? Is he a professional boxing guy or is he a misfits guy? What is he? And why is he not in front of the board? What's going on? Is it one rule for one, or is it because they've got loads of poke?
So the board wouldn't have jurisdiction over Misfits because they don't govern that side of the sport. I think Misfits use the PBA.
Yeah.
So if you think about what they've done, Kala handles Misfits and Nisa handles the professional side. That's how they've kept it separate.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Spotty Frank, is he getting too big for his fucking boots? I think he is. He just flat done it. Spotty Frank.
Mate, you should call him out for a quick 3-round sparring session.
Why is he bragging off about being out at country over 300 days last year? So he don't have to pay any tax?
No, he still pays tax.
So, because if he's doing that and if he's out at country that many days, is that possible?
No, no, it depends on where you're normally resident. So if you're normally resident in the UK.
No, I'm on about, is it possible he were out at country 300 days last year?
Yeah.
So who's nailing his missus then if he's out at country all that time?
His boss.
Hey?
Mate, he could be his boss, man. I don't know. I'd say this, like those taxings are interesting. It's not really about how many days you're in or out. It's about where you're normally resident. So if you're normally resident in the UK, you'll still have to pay that tax.
Is women's boxing dead?
Unfortunately, yes.
It is, isn't it?
Think about this.
It is, don't they? They're going around in circles with this little merry-go-round of rematches and trilogies, aren't they? Now it's everything. Everything's a trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's think about this. The top female boxer, right? When's the last time Clarissa Shields fought?
Clarissa Shields. Oh God, I can't remember. Wait, it's Savannah.
It could be. Like that's the last fight of hers I remember, and that's a long time ago now, right?
Yeah.
If she can't fight, that lets you know that women's boxing's dead.
Yeah. Well, Savannah's gone to MMA now, hasn't she? She's training with Andy Aspinall.
She should train with Darren Till.
I think he pops in there and does a bit in there. Till his mates, anyway, Tom, or I think they are.
Yeah. I'm not asked, man. I'm not asked. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
asked.
I'm gonna laugh, but I hope he wipes floor with little Tommy fumbles.
Take your
Tommy's
pants
favourite though,
down.
isn't it? Tommy's favourite in that.
No,
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 no.
no, because the people forget Darren used to spar Dan Aziz like 3-4 years ago. It's not like Darren's just taking up boxing, doing 8 weeks and doing a white collar bout. Darren Till has been boxing.
Yeah.
So, so, you know, and he's had more fights than Tommy, like more combat experience. So this is even. And it's not like Tommy's a world beater and a monster or anything like that. So I think Tommy could get, this could be one that he loses. If he beats Darren Till, then that's a big L for MMA.
What happened to Tommy though? A few months ago, saying he's going back to fighting mainstream boxing fights.
Realize there's no money in it.
Realised he didn't want to fight for $5 and a bit of commission
Yeah.
on tickets, and thought, well, I'll fight Darren Till.
Yeah. Fight Darren Till, fight KSI.
What do you
Like,
think
why
to
bother?
Big Joe Egan, advisor for Darren Till? Apparently, he's going to kick it off at weighing with Little John Fury. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. As long as he gets his 50 quid expenses.
Yeah, as long as you get don't forget my 50 quid for my fee for travelling here and food and beverage. Yeah, give him his 50 quid, Darren, and put him back in his box.
And a bag of salt and vinegar crisps.
A bag of salt and vinegar Space Raiders from Josh Warrington. Jake Paul again. What? Is that a bad one, that? Jake Paul against Daniel Dubois. All that nonsense that Bricktop were putting out there and that. Why do they do that? Have they got no else to talk about? So they just invent fights, pluck them from the sky.
Column inches. Yeah. Just get Daniel trending.
Well, what about Derek Chisora February 8th against Big Baby Miller? Where's that one come from? That's a bit of a side swerve, isn't it?
It's a great fight, though.
Come on, you are. Derek's 42 next birthday.
No. Stop. That's a great fight. You're going to get two men that are just going to swing.
Yeah.
Two big lumps who are just going to go at it. Isn't that what we want to see?
Well, I don't know. Miller's a 5-time cheat, mate, so I don't think he should be anywhere near the boxing ring myself. I think he should be at Nick.
Yeah, but he is, though. Yeah. So the question is, are you going to watch it?
And Derek shouldn't be near the boxing ring. He's been talking like Scooby-Doo and Fred do for the last 12 months.
Russ, back to the same question.
Yeah,
are you going to watch it?
I'll watch it, yeah.
That's what I mean.
I'll watch it now. So look at these pinching money. It's a joke.
It's a good fight. Like, style-wise, that's the kind of matchmaking I like, Russ, where you're like, these two should mesh well together.
Yeah. Okay. Bricktop and Tony Bellew have been going at it for 3 weeks now, haven't they? They don't get on, do they, then? How do you think Tony's coping with Eddie's cozy relationship with old Dinted? You think that Tony will be spitting mad inside?
I saw you did a video on this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was it your first one back?
No, I did one a few weeks ago. Got 10,000 I think.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I was like, Porky's got this right, where Bellew just jumped in the gap for Eddie at every occasion, and Eddie was like, yeah, I'm just going to go work with Frank now.
Yeah, could you imagine how he broke it to him? What it is like, Tony, I've got to think of my fighters. You know that one? Because I saw somebody in traffic, I'm not going to say who, and he were across from me. This was only recently, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to put my window down here and scream. But I know what the answer were coming back, and it would have been, well, I've got to do it best for my fighters. You know, that kind of thing. And it's a cop-out, isn't it? It's like an answer every time, isn't it? Or it's a bit like going to work with a paedophile. Everybody knows there's a paedophile, but you then say, I've got to put food on the table for my family. What can you say to that? I've got to do best for my fighters. It's kind of like that, isn't it? It's a boxing, cringy, fucking saying cop-out.
Well, okay, wait. So the decision I can make when it's just me, Porky, is different to the decision I can make when I've got to think about others, right? Yeah. So my principles are cool up until a point. If my family has to start from my principles, it's not fair on them, is what I would say. So there are some lines you can't cross. There are some where you're like, ethically, I can't. But I think as you get more responsibility, more accountability, the things that you can say no to just get smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Is it me or am I too passionate? Because obviously, I don't like to mention this all the time. Every video I might do. Obviously, we doing that bit with Dennis for all that time. If he used to say anything to me, because I'm quite highly strung, me, aren't I, on most subjects, especially boxing. And he says something in office, and I'd point straight away, and I say, right, next week, then you just said a week, and I'll make a note and I'll write it in a pad. And then I'd look at Dennis and he'd look at me and he'd go, you always start, don't you? And that's when I knew that he were bullshitting. And I sussed that out very, very early. But I never let on at first. And oh, is that what we're gonna do then? And he'd go, yeah, I saw buzzing. He says, oh, calm down, we've got some things are bubbling. And this would never happen. But in time, I maybe should have apologized to Dennis, because there's been many times where people have actually rung and they've come out with a load of knackers and it hadn't happened. But I would have preferred it if he never said anything until it were nailed on. But that's just how industry goes, isn't it? You know, you get letdowns. You get people like Sam Jones working the system, going around in everybody's coffee shop, in everybody's town and that, and saying this and chatting that. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the people like him are the problem in the sport of boxing. Because have you seen latest? He seems to just side with Eddie or Frank every single time. Even Jordan's giving him it, isn't he? Because these people are psychopaths, aren't they? They daren't do any other, dare they? You see where I'm coming from? And I think them people are clogging up the system. It's them
Do you know
people
what,
because they're going
mate?
around telling everybody's business, aren't they?
Here's the thing: once you're frozen out of boxing, mate, it's a long way back.
Way back, and that's why they play the game, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
get on this one. The phone call. He gets a phone call. We need you to manage Johnny Fisher. Why didn't they just say, we need you to do all the legwork and be the middle guy between Team Fisher and Team Matchroom? Why didn't they say that? But Team Matchroom are still going to go above him anyway. He's just the leg man in the middleman to save them messing. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Mate, you're spot on. But that's boxing. That's boxing 101. That's the game we're in.
Yeah, but don't come on social media, Sam Jones. I know you're listening, you cocksucker. Don't come
Ooh,
on Sam Jones is a cocksucker. He gives everybody a reach around. Don't come on social media.
say it again.
Cocksucker.
There you go.
There you go. Don't come on social media, Sam Jones, giving everybody a reach around and chatting utter shit. Why don't you just say what you say to your missus and your mates behind the scenes? Go on your socials and say what you really think. Because they daren't do that, dare they? And the powers that be, the establishment, they know that. He's just a tool. He's just a tool that they press. Press that button and have him drive 80 mile down here and get this paperwork done and then send him back with a bit of petrol money. That's all it is. I know because I've done the job. You see where I'm coming from? That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Promoters have got better things to do than me running up and down motorways. And I'm sure Frank Smith's got enough on his plate than to be running up and down to Derby, hasn't he? So let's have him running down to us. That's all it is. Derby to Essex. Good luck on that run, Sam. That's all I say. That might sound harsh, Terry, but it's true, isn't it?
It's very harsh, but you're a harsh man. That's why we respect you.
Joe Cordina, we broke the story a few months ago. Nobody's done anything about it. Nobody's called me full of shit. Well, it was true, wasn't it? Why are we not seeing a Joe Cordina exclusive? We've seen enough of them when he was with Matchroom and Sims lot. Now we don't hear a peek out of him. Why is that?
Because he still has a contract with Matchroom.
Maybe.
So I'd imagine that he would have got a nudge as well. Listen, they're talking about our little deal. Don't say a word about it, it'll go away. I imagine he got that. He got the order.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's about it, Terry. We've done 100 minutes today, which is good, isn't it?
Hey, welcome back, man. That's the important thing.
Listen, mate. We're back for good now on Porky's Corner. We've had a break and a few little bumps in the ride, but they've got even now, and we're back on track.
Hey, whoa. What's happening with GBM?
He's gone under, hasn't he, is he?
But they're saying there's a show on the 7th.
I don't know, mate. Let's have a little look. December the 7th.
I think it's December the 7th. Yeah.
Dennis's Christmas Bonanza's December 15th because Big Max is on it, so he says.
Listen, man, Big Max the monster.
Sent me a picture, Max. I'll see if I've got it. If it's his big feet on his new scales, and it says 20 stone 1. So Max is over at moon. I mean, this is the era we're in now. Guys getting down to 20 stone 1 and they're over at moon. But Max will be looking at people like It's Big Freeze, Martin Bacoli, Gerald Miller. He'll be looking at people like that and thinking, you need that size. But it's like I said to him on phone yesterday. I said, Max, you can't get out way at punches if you're that big and you can't land your punches. Julian used to tell him all the time. So it is what it is, isn't it? Let's have a look here. Google. Let me get this fucking phone on here. Nightmare. Hang on. Right. Shall I just put Max Jenkins in?
The icon.
The icon. We love Max, don't we?
Yeah, Max is a good guy.
Jenkins box rec. Let's have a look at Big Max. Hercules. He's changed his name on box rec to Hercules from the breadcrumb. I ought to flog him for that, didn't I, Terry? Dennis would have been loving that. He'd go like, what are they calling you breadcrumb for? Oh, Porky gave me that name, Dennis. They're not letting Russell take piss out of the way that. Oh, no, he's a mate. He's a mate. Listen, I've got a better name for thee. Do you know that Hercules name, right? I swear to God, right? I worked for Dennis for over 60 months. And let me tell you this. He was trying to give that name away for years. Everybody who he signed tried to give him that name. So why are you trying to give that name about it? Because I like it. Because I used to be a scrap metal man. He still is, isn't he? But back in the day, his dad had an awesome cart, like, Steptoe and Son.
Yeah.
And that's how they used to do it, scrapping it. And Dennis just likes that program and that Hercules name. I swear to God, Terry, right? He's tried to give everybody and the dad that name. And then in bounces Big Max, and I've already given Max a name, the breadcrumb. And Dennis would have been loving that. They're not breadcrumb. He's taking piss out of Russell. I've got a better one for you, Max. I'll put thee on my Christmas Bonanza. You're now known as Hercules. Max would have gone, yeah, but Dennis, I ain't got a bone, a muscle in my body. I ain't got a muscle on my body, Big Ron. Yeah, well, that's why we're going to call you Hercules, because you're muscleless.
Hey?
Max is 3-1 with 1 KO, and he beat Andrea Pesky on 27th of September. He says he's out 15th of December on Big Ron's Christmas Cracker, but he ain't. He's not on box rec, so Big Ron might be just toying with that idea at the moment, putting Hercules on his Christmas banana, on his Christmas Cracker. Big Ron's Christmas Cracker. Let's get Big Ron's Christmas Cracker up and see how many TBAs are on here. Hang on. Dennis, Hobson, Junior, box rec. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Promoter, 28th year as a promoter.
Russell Hartley versus Perry Howe, 6th round.
Hey, Perry Howe, if you ever win a belt, an area belt, I'll jump in River Dawn. But now that you've retired, Perry, if I see you in Maggie Mays or Bazima's in Sheffield, me and you was going for a little walk down to Big River, and I'm going to dive in because we had a bet. Perry Howe, the bin man. Dennis's next show, it's not 15th of December now, it's been changed. 22nd of Feb. At Skate Central in Sheffield. That's ice skating ring, isn't it?
Yeah, so that will do 20,000.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the heck, man? He'll not to 2,000. 9 fights on. Marcus Ellis against Josh Cook, ranked 1,200. 600 ranked Mikey Harris against a guy ranked 1,100, Jake Bray. 518 Brendan Needham against 631 Dale Kellum. 1,167 Liam McMillan against 1,492 Jake Osgood. This is scraping barrel.
These are all 50-50s.
Yeah, 783 Matt Mason Dixon against 1,127 Nathan Darby.
Wait, Mason the Line Dixon?
No, Mason Dickinson.
Oh, okay.
Then we've got 1,203 against Declan Kearns against TBA. Georgia Klein ranked 121 because there's only 122 in division against TBA. Craig Derbyshire ranked 81 against TBA, and a number 21 ranked Nicola Hopewell headlining against TBA, but there's only 20 odd in division. Let's have a look. Nicola Hopewell, there's 212 in her division. She's ranked 21 in the world. There's 5 in Britain in her weight class. So there isn't even enough people in her weight class to have an eliminator and a final eliminator in UK, is there? That's how pony women's boxing is. And I feel sorry for people like Nicola Hopewell, but that's Big Ron's Christmas Bonanza. It's been moved to a February Bonanza at Skate Central. Is that 10 fights, did I say then, Terry, as well?
Yeah, that's
It's his
looking...
it's Dennis's lowest ever ranked box rec ranking in 27 and a half year. Oh my God. Nearly 28 years. But that's not Dennis's fault, because they're all reporting numbers like this, aren't they, in UK now? Even Hearn, isn't he?
That's where we're at right now. That's where British boxing is.
People who've got an O are parked up waiting for Turkey to ring, aren't they?
Sadly.
I mean, look at this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights there, and he's got 1, 2 of them are women fights on there, and 9 fights. And there's 4 TBAs on there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people out of them 18 are ranked outside the top 1,000, and the other 4 TBAs you could end up with 10 out of the 18 people on there ranked outside 1,000. Well, you won't put Oatwell one because there's only 200 in her division, isn't there? But that's British boxing at the moment. But according to Super Bean, it's booming, isn't it? How is it booming when the Saudis have shut it down? What are all these other small promoters doing around here? All these pretend hard men. They're not putting out on, are they? And what did you say about Izzy? Let's put Izzy in. Have a look on Izzy's. I forgot how to spell his name. Izzy Ahmed, is it? Izzy. Oh, GBM, innit? GBM box rec. Have a look. Oh, here we are. Next event. Next event for GBM is. Oof, there isn't one. There isn't one on here. I wonder what's going on there then. I wonder what's going on there. Dennis said to me, if you watch that video, Dennis was in hairdressers in Sheffield and he's having his haircut. So I filmed it. This is a couple of years ago. Dennis goes, hairdressers goes, oh, how's the fella out with Izzy, Dennis? Dennis goes, he'll not last the pace. Well, looks like he hasn't, does it? But I hope he has, because he's all right. He's all right. But if he hadn't, it's a damned indictment, isn't it? Maybe Bean couldn't deliver for him. I thought DAZN were giving him dates.
Nah, DAZN is paid to play, right? You just say, look, can we put our content on your thing? They go, yeah, whatever.
Is that way it's going now? That's a bit like Big Ron's carry on, isn't it, with Fight Zone?
I thought you owned Fight Zone.
Yeah, he does, but you don't get anybody any favours when you go on there, does he? If you're not a big name, you got to pull up tickets and that and pay for opponent.
Still got to run it like a business for us.
Boxing's got to be run like a business. And like I said, Dennis is in his 28th year now as a promoter. So he must know what he's on with. He's on all them shows.
Yeah. I tell people this all the time, right? People always talk about, the boxers should be paid this. I say, I don't care if the boxers are paid or not. The boxers should earn their keep. You know, a lot of them don't. A lot of them are just lazy.
Well, listen, Dennis has done 176 events, right? In 27 and 28 year. So what's that? 5 a year would be what? 140, wouldn't it? 5 a year. So he's averaging 6 events. What would it be? 6 a year? 6 a year, 120, 684, 6 point summer events a year. So Dennis has put a show on every 2 months for 28 year. That's better going than some other ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to give him his dues, haven't you? If he's done it 176 times, he's put his hand in his pocket, hasn't he?
Yeah, no. He's one of British boxing's unsung heroes.
Well, why ain't Dennis got a Sky deal then if he's that good?
Why
would they give it to somebody who put 4 shows on? And why would ITV give Richard Poxon a pay-per-view slots a deal on ITV if he'd only put 6 shows on? Why is that? It's just to frighten the old guard, aren't they?
You know what it is? Like Dennis doesn't have allies. Like there's no one banging the drum for Dennis Hobson,
Yeah.
and that's what he needs. He needs like a PR campaign.
Well, can you imagine how Dennis felt, right? Going to London to ITV. There's him, Mick Hennessy, right? And Pox and all sat outside waiting to go in for that ITV deal, right? Can you imagine what they were thinking? Mick and Dennis would have been winking at each other as if to say, listen, he ain't got a chance and we'll split these dates. And it was him who had the chance and not them. But look at the careers they've had compared to him. How messed up is that? I mean, who the fuck is making them decisions?
Someone who wants to control.
Exactly. So maybe they shot the sends in foot. I don't know. But that old guard, Ennis's and Obsons and people like that, I don't see them ever getting on Sky now or TNT Sports or DAZN. Do you?
I do. I think Sky will go on non-exclusive.
And let them all audition for them slots.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's the best thing, isn't it? Bring some new guys in. You know, like, I mean, look at that guy that Curtis Woodhouse has got. Somebody should be banging the drum for him, shouldn't they, Adrian King?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Right, then I'm going to let you get off, Terry. It's 20.
Great then, pal.
I hope you're well.
You too, mate. As I said, good to see you back.
Yeah, nice to see you. And give me a couple of days, sort these out, and we'll get them out. All right.
All right, mate. No worries.
Listen, thanks for coming on. And if you see Malado, Rico, with his suit, Rico, give me a ring. All right, you take care.
Right,
Cheers, Terry. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Terry. Women love him, men want to be him. That's about it, really. What we've done here, 40, 80, 120, 100, about 110 minutes we've had out Terry. He just had 2 hours out me and Andy. So 6 videos done. In 2 days, we're back on track. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing, leaving a comment. Keep them numbers coming. My pal from Coventry. Send me your number to my email, porkycorner@mail.com. You know who you are. All right, mate. I lost my phone. All right, you take care. Pop, pop, bang. Go on, peace out. And remember, life's for living. Don't let anybody ever take piss out you or pants off you or use you. Be your own person. All right. Looking forward to getting Sean on from Scunny, Jerry from Belfast, Kent from Belfast, Burnsy. Send me your number, your weapon. We'll have Big Richard on. I speak to him all the time. He's got my number. We won't rest at commission. Your memory's not so good, is it, boys and girls? So, all right. Big shout out to Gary from Welcome Estates. Hope you're well. Hope your wife is getting better, Gary. I'm praying for her. Peace out.